The Mistfall Harbor. You come down the long, soft slope of the harbor road in the last blue dusk of the evening, down toward the water, and as you go the daylight fails behind you and the little harbor ahead begins, one by one, to light. It is not a sudden thing. It comes on the way harbor lamps always come on, so gently you cannot say the moment it began, only that the quay, which was gray and dim a little while ago, is now hung all along with soft, warm light, a row of lanterns burning low on their iron posts, gold and amber down the length of the wharf, each one lit and breathing quietly in the still salt air, and out beyond them, far out on the dark, still water, the glowing buoys have begun to wake, small green and gold lights riding the slow swell, lifting and lowering, so that the whole wide harbor lies under a low, warm sky of its own making. All the long day you cross the loud, bright, ordinary world, its business and its noise and its hurry, but the day is behind you now, and the road has carried you gently down out of it. And here at the head of the quay there is nothing left to do and nowhere left to be but here, in the warm misty dark, where a place has been kept for you and the lamps are already lit and someone quiet is making the last round of the boats, waiting to carry you in. You have come to the Mistfall Harbor for the long night's rest, and there is no gentler place in all the wide, soft world. Out among the moored boats, where the hulls rock slow and the mist lies thick and soft on the water, there is a small warm cabin with a lit lamp in its round window and a low stove burning and a deep bunk turned down and waiting, and to reach it you have only to walk, slow and easy, down the lantern-lit quay and out along the gently rocking boats, following the lights and the one who tends them, an old harbor keeper who has walked this wharf 1,000 still nights and never once hurried and never once lost the way. And all around, as you go, the harbor will light your path, the lanterns glowing gold along the wharf, the little green and gold buoys riding soft on the swell, the fishing boats lit low at their moorings, and the whole quiet harbor lying so still beneath its blanket of mist that the water itself seems to hush, low and warm, a sound below all sound, the sound the harbor makes as it settles for the night. Word came down ahead of you along the quay, passed from lamp to lamp and from boat to boat and from one small light to the next. Someone is coming down the road in the dusk, light the last of the lanterns, warm the stove, ready the bunk. So here you are, at the harbor's head, and out among the boats the little cabin lamp shines soft through the mist, and someone is walking the wharf to meet you and carry you home to it. You come to the foot of the road where it softens and spreads onto the boards of the quay, and the last few steps are cool and quiet beneath your feet, and there before you lies the harbor, the long stone wharf running out into the mist, and the dark, still water beyond it, and the boats riding at their moorings all down the length of it, and above the head of the quay a single great lamp hung on its post, round and gold as a low harbor moon. You pass beneath it, and the moment you are under it, the noise of the world behind you, such as it was, the far roads and the far town and the long day still ringing faintly in your ears, goes quiet, quieter, until there is nothing left of it at all. And you are standing in the deep, warm hush of the harbor with the lantern light falling soft across your face and the mist cool and clean against your skin. The air here is soft and salt and still, cool with the sea and warm with the near lamps, and it smells of clean water and old wet rope and wood smoke drifting from some low stove out among the boats, and you breathe it in, slow, all the way down. And something in your chest that had been held tight all the long day lets go, quietly, and eases, and comes to rest. There is no hurry here. There is nowhere else to be. The road stands empty behind you, and the lit quay stretches away before you, and every lamp along the wharf is burning gold, and every buoy is glowing soft on the water, and you have all the long soft night ahead of you, and nothing in it you must do. Down the quay, unhurried, a small light is coming toward you, swaying gently with a slow and even step, and as it comes near you see that it is the keeper of the harbor, an old and gentle soul in a soft worn coat with the collar turned up against the mist, a hooded lantern in one hand, going post to post and boat to boat, checking a line here, easing a fender there, tending the last of the lamps that the dusk had not yet caught. The keeper sees you at the head of the quay and lifts the lantern in a slow, warm greeting, no words needed, only the small kind tilt of the light, as much as to say, "There you are, we have been expecting you, come down, all is ready." And you go to meet the keeper along the lit boards, and the mist parts soft before the lantern as you come, and the two of you stand a moment together in the warm falling light with the dark water lapping low and easy against the stone below. The keeper's face is lined and easy, worn kind by a long life of quiet nights, and the eyes are calm as still harbor water, and you feel, standing there, the way you felt as a child when someone older and gentler than you took the whole heavy weight of the evening out of your hands and carried it away, and told you that it was time now, only time to rest. "Come," the keeper seems to say, turning to walk the wharf, and lifts the lantern to light the way, and you fall into step alongside, slow and easy, out along the quiet harbor. So you walk the wharf together in the warm and misty dark. The boards underfoot are worn smooth and a little damp, cool and even beneath your feet, and along one side the lanterns burn on their iron posts, gold and amber, near one's bright and clear and far one's dimming softly away into the deep mist beyond. And along the other side the boats lie moored, rocking slow at their lines, dark hulls and soft-lit windows, their lamps burning low in the cabins, their reflections wavering long and gold on the black water between them. On every side the mist lies soft and thick, muffling the world down to this one warm lit strip of quay, and the light of the lamps falls down through it in soft moving halos, gold on the wet boards, gold on the coiled rope, gold on the keeper's slow shoulders ahead of you. And it is so quiet. Only the small, even sound of your own 2 steps and the keeper's on the boards, only the soft, low lap of the water against the stone, only, somewhere out in the mist, the slow, deep note of a bell buoy rocking on the swell, ringing soft and far, once and once again, and going still. You feel your breath going slower to match the slow, warm pace of it, in through the cool salt air and out again, in and out, each breath a little longer than the one before, each step a little softer, as the quay carries you gently on and the lamps light you down. Out on the still dark water, as you go, the little lights ride and drift. At first you think it is only the lamps reflected, but then you see that these lights ride on their own, small and green and gold and weightless, the glowing buoys of the harbor, set out across the whole wide bay, lifting and lowering on the slow, soft swell, rising up and sinking down, kindling bright as they crest and dimming as they fall, threading their small, soft fires all across the dark water out to where the mist takes them. They do not hurry. Nothing here hurries. They lift and fall on the slow swell as easy as breath, brightening and dimming and brightening again, further and further out, so that the whole wide harbor is full of gentle riding lights. The steady gold of the lanterns near along the quay, and the soft green wandering of the buoys far out on the water, and you walk on along the middle of it with the light moving all around you, over you, past you, and it asks nothing of you at all. You need only watch it ride. You need only breathe and walk and let the small lights lift and fall. And you feel your eyes grow heavy and warm with the watching of them, the way they grow heavy over slow water late at night, the lids sinking and lifting and sinking again, slower each time, as the buoys ride and the lanterns burn and the keeper walks on ahead, lighting the way. Halfway out along the quay there is a small warm hut built low against the stone, its door thrown open and a low lamp burning inside, the harbor watch room, and the keeper turns in there, and you follow, ducking under the lintel into a snug little room that smells of salt and wood smoke and warm tar. There is a small iron stove in the corner with a low fire going and a black kettle steaming softly upon it, and there are nets hung drying along the walls and lanterns stood ready on a shelf and long coils of rope in the corners, and a worn soft chair drawn up close to the warmth with a folded blanket laid over its arm, waiting, it seems, for you. The keeper sets you down in the chair and draws the blanket over your knees, warm and heavy and smelling faintly of wool and wood smoke, and then takes the kettle from the stove and pours out a cup of something warm and dark and sweet, spiced and steaming, and folds your two hands around the cup. And you sit there in the low lamplight with the warm cup held in your hands, and the warm blanket on your knees, and the low fire ticking in the stove, and you drink, slow, small warm mouthfuls, and the warmth of it goes down into you and spreads out slow through your chest and your arms and your tired legs, loosening everything it touches, until you are warm all the way through, warm and heavy and softening down into the chair like a stone sinking slow into still water. The keeper sits across from you in the lamplight, quiet, not needing to speak, and outside the open door the lanterns glow on down the misty wharf, and the buoys ride, and the great harbor breathes its cool soft night around the little lit hut, and there is nowhere in all the world you would rather be, and nothing at all you need to do, but sit and be warm and let your eyes fall closed and open and closed. When the cup is empty and set aside, the keeper rises and holds out the lantern, and you rise too, slow and warm and heavy-limbed, the blanket still about your shoulders now, and you go back out into the glowing mist, out along the last soft length of the quay to where the boats lie moored the closest and the water lies the stillest. Here the hulls rock slow and easy at their lines, dark and broad and patient, rising and falling the smallest amount on the slow swell, their fenders creaking soft against the stone, their lamps burning low and gold in their little windows. And the smell of the water is everywhere, clean and cool and deep. Here and there a mooring line goes tight and eases, with the slow breathing of the swell, and the keeper stoops now and again to test a knot or coil a loose end, unhurried, tending the boats as you pass, and the mist drifts soft between the masts, and the reflected lamps waver long and gold on the black water. And you go slow along the moored boats with the lanterns burning gold behind you and the buoys riding green out on the bay and the still water lapping soft against the hulls all around you, and the boards are smooth, and your steps are slow, and your eyes are half closed now, and still the way is lit, and still the keeper walks beside you, and still there is nowhere to be but here, and nothing to do but come, at last, to rest. And there, at the very end of the quiet moorings, is the boat that has been kept for you, a small snug fishing boat riding easy at its lines with a lit lamp gold in its round cabin window, and a low gangplank let softly down to the boards, its surface worn smooth by 100 quiet steppings. The keeper steadies the plank, and you go down, slow, step by step, down off the quay and onto the gently rocking deck, and the boat takes your weight and settles beneath you with a slow, soft dip, and you go in under the low cabin roof, down 2 shallow steps, into the warm-lit cabin, and it is snug and small and perfect, roofed close over your head, walled round with soft old wood, hung about with one small gold lantern of its own, and there against the far side is the bunk, a low, broad bunk. Built into the hull, heaped deep with quilts and blankets, turned down and waiting, warmed already by a small iron stove that glows in the corner and fills the little space with even, drowsy heat. The round window stands beside it, and through it you can see the long quay falling away in the mist, all its lanterns burning gold into the dark, and the buoys riding soft, and far off the great lamp hung above the harbor's head, and the whole warm glowing world of the harbor laid out soft beyond the water, and here, cradled in the hull, it rocks, very slightly, very slowly, the way only a boat can rock, the water breathing beneath you and swaying you gently, gently, in your small warm nest of light. You lie down into the bunk, and it takes you in. The quilts are deep and soft and heavy and warm, and they settle over you and around you and hold you close, and the pillow is cool and deep beneath your cheek, and the little stove glows in the corner, and the lantern burns low and gold above you. And the boat sways you soft on the slow swell. And down onto the foot of the bunk, quiet, there steps the keeper's old harbor cat, a soft gray creature that has walked all the quay with you unseen and now curls itself into a warm, heavy circle against your feet, and it sighs, once long and deep and contented, and lets its breathing slow and settles into a low, soft purr, and you feel the slow, warm rise and fall of it against your legs, in and out, so steady and so patient and so calm that your own breath cannot help but follow. It's slowing, deepening, evening out until you are breathing together, you and the old cat, long and slow and warm, and there is nothing left in all the world but the warmth and the weight of the quilts and the low gold light and the slow rock of the boat and the deep even breathing at your feet. Out along the misty quay, the keeper walks the harbor one last time in the deep of the night, lantern in hand, going post to post and boat to boat, and one by one, as the hours turn, the small lanterns are turned gently down to burn out soft and low, their gold dimming slowly to amber, and their amber to a last warm ember glow, so that the harbor sinks by soft degrees into a deeper and a softer dark, the buoys riding fewer and dimmer out on the water, the great mist hush growing deeper and wider, and more complete. And down in the swaying cabin you feel it all going soft and dim and far away, the light fading gold behind your closed and heavy eyes, the warmth wrapped close about you, the old cat purring slow against your feet, the boat rocking you gentle on the swell. And you are sinking now, sinking slow and warm into the deep soft dark like a lamp turned down at last to rest, down out of the long day and out of the waking world and down into the warm, still deep of sleep, and the harbor keeps you, and the lanterns burn low, and the keeper walks the quay, and all is warm, and all is well, and there is nothing left to do but sleep, and sleep, and sleep. And still the harbor keeps its soft, slow watch around you. Far out along the darkening quay a single lantern moves, the keeper going gently on, pausing at each post, reaching up to ease one more small flame down into sleep, and the light of it drifts and dims and drifts again, further and further away, until it is only a soft gold star wandering slow at the very edge of the mist. and the water breathes. You feel it breathe, the slow deep swell beneath you and around you, lifting the boat and lowering it, lifting and lowering, the way a tide lifts and lowers all the sleeping boats at once, so slow, so even, so patient, that there is nothing in it to hold to and nothing in it to fear, only the long soft rocking of it carrying you down. The quilts are warm. The stove glows low. The old cat breathes at your feet, in and out, and your own breath has gone as slow and as deep as hers, and the last of the lanterns are burning down to embers along the wharf, and the buoys have dimmed their small green lights one by one out on the swell, and the whole wide harbor lies still and cool and dark and kept, and you are held in the heart of it, warm and small and safe, and there is nothing left to do, nothing left to be, nothing left at all but to let go and sink and sleep. Sleep now. The harbor is lit and the moorings are fast and the cabin is warm and the long night is yours. The lanterns will burn low and gentle till the dawn, and the old cat will breathe slow at your feet, and the water will rock you soft on the swell, and the keeper will walk the quiet quay and keep the night. And nothing will wake you, and nothing will want you, and nowhere else will call, until the pale gray morning comes up soft and slow through the mist. Rest now. Sink now. The warm gold light is all around you, and the deep soft dark is folding close, and there is nothing left in all the world but the warmth and the weight and the slow rock of the boat and sleep. Sleep now in the Mistfall Harbor, where the small lamps burn low along the quay and someone gentle keeps the night and rest and rest and rest.